Mission Impossible month carries on. But before I say any more words, let's get this drink going.
I'm thirsty.
I'm
Welcome back.
We're
thirsty. I feel like I'm in a desert right now.
We thirsty. Week. I've done this exact drink before, but not the exact brand.
Okay.
Interesting.
What are we doing? The Return of Saranac.
Orange freeze.
Orange.
Was it?
Not Stewart's.
Saranac last week?
Saranac was the Shirley.
Oh, really?
Was it?
Just gonna reach
That's
out.
why I screamed The Return of
I didn't know.
Saranac.
I didn't know that.
All right.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, we have to get a clink. Gotta get a clink.
It smells orangey.
Good clink.
Really orangey.
Oh, yeah. I like that.
World famous handcrafted soft drinks.
Orange, like
Pretty good.
the flame when you light the fuse. You know, because Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
Of course.
Pretty good. Just orange soda.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't really taste much cream,
Me either.
but
It's more of just an orange
It's
soda.
more orange
Yeah.
than orange cream.
Mm-hmm. It's good though. Good
Solid.
choice.
Solid.
Are you guys going Crush Orange or Fanta Orange?
Crush.
Mm.
Crush is king.
Probably gotta go.
I don't
Crush.
have orange pop enough.
Probably gotta go.
I
Crush.
gotta go Crush.
I take Sunkiss second personally.
Ooh, really?
Yeah,
That's
I had a Sunkiss phase as a kid, but Crush is.
Ooh, Sunkiss is good.
Sunkiss is good.
Sunkiss is good.
Do you guys remember fucking Tropicana Twister?
Mm-hmm.
That shit was elite. And then it disappeared.
Yeah.
And they probably just phased it out with something else, but oh well. Just like they tried to phase out possibly Ethan Hunt with William Brand. I'm the king of segues here. And then Tom Cruise said, no. I will hang on to a plane until I am dead in the fucking ground. Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. The introduction of Chris McQuarrie behind the camera. He did some uncredited rewrites on the script to Ghost Protocol, and I guess something just must have clicked with him and Tom. He had previously, then they worked together on the first Jack Reacher, and they're still collaborating together to this day. Jack, you'd never seen this one. What do you think?
Never. I liked it a lot. Yeah. As expected with just this, how it's been going, I didn't expect, nothing more, nothing less out of this one. It was just, just another Mission Impossible. Fun time.
It's one of the best, I'd say.
And, I really enjoyed it, just as I enjoyed the other one, so.
And then, Billy, you said you didn't really, you'd seen it, but you said it had been a while.
Yeah, I had to get it back into my Mission Impossible headspace.
Okay.
It was definitely worth getting back there because this one's very thrilling.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's a debate that was being had earlier that I don't know my answer to. I guess I'll start with Billy and we'll go around, but I'll skip me. So, Ghost Protocol or Rogue Nation?
I'm gonna go Rogue Nation.
Rogue Nation.
I'm taking Rogue Nation.
I'm taking Rogue Nation.
I might have to go Rogue Nation as well, yeah.
I'm the only possible GP holdout, but I don't. I really, really like Ghost Protocol, but this one, they're pretty much tied.
Yeah.
Fallout clears.
Both really good.
I think story-wise, I think this
Ghost
clears
Protocol
Ghost
just
Protocol.
has some great set pieces,
Yeah.
but this one does too.
Mm-hmm.
This one does too. This was released on July 31st, 2015. We're approaching the 10th anniversary. I saw this movie in the theater before I had seen any Mission Impossible films. And it was kind of just a movie that I went and saw on a summer day and stupidly didn't think much about again. And then later in life, I got MI pilled pretty hard. And now I love it. I think it's one of the best blockbusters of the last 10 years.
Now we're here talking about it.
Yeah. So, like I said, directed by Christopher McQuarrie, who's become Tom Cruise's kind of sensei in the last decade. Stars Tom Cruise, Jeremy Renner's back, Ving Rhames is back, Simon Pegg is back, Rebecca Ferguson joins the crew.
We get the boss baby.
Alec Baldwin is in this movie,
baby.
and he. Well,
I wrote down boss baby in my notes.
Did you?
Like to referring to Alec Baldwin as boss baby.
He's boss baby.
He is.
Yeah.
Didn't do anything else.
yeah,
that's all
that's his
it is.
claim to fame.
What's the last thing Tom Cruise did that wasn't Mission Impossible?
When Rogue Nation came out, or right now?
Just, ever.
Top Gun.
Top Gun 2.
I guess not. Top Gun.
You're talking about
So
action, straight
so
action
not Mission
stuff.
Impossible, not Top Gun.
Yeah.
Probably 2017 when there was the 1-2 of The Mummy and American Made. Then it's been Fallout, Maverick, Dead Reckoning, Final Reckoning. What was I lost my train of thought. Great podcasting. July 31st, same weekend as the as Vacation, the Ed Helms reboot in which he plays Rusty Griswold. Never saw that, did you?
No,
Never seen
saw it.
I feel like I saw like some of it on TV back in the day, but no,
Yeah.
I did not see it. As we've been doing with all of these movies, we're trying to reflect on the years in which they came out.
I got the 2015 MTV
Oh,
Best Kiss winner.
What do we
yeah.
got?
What do we got?
2015 nominees:
Mm-hmm.
Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield for The Amazing Spider-Man 2,
Mhm.
James Franco and Seth Rogen for The Interview.
Nice.
Oh,
They kissed in that?
They must have.
I don't
believe
remember.
so,
that.
yeah.
I haven't seen that movie.
I
in
think they
years.
did, yeah.
Rose Byrne and
Seth Rogen.
Halston Sage for Neighbors.
Oh,
Scarlett Johansson and Chris Evans, Captain America: The Winter Soldier.
What was the second one you said?
Rogen and Franco.
No. I'm gonna go with the first one.
I'm going
And
Spider-Man.
well, I guess the winner isn't in the nominees.
What?
Oh.
Who was it?
They do the nominee,
Yeah.
the winner, and
The winners were Shailene Woodley and Ansel Elgort in The Fault in Our Stars.
And
Yeah.
was the nominee.
Yeah.
Forgot that.
Had that one was coming for us.
What were the bubbles
What?
like above their head?
No.
Oh, I know.
Like
Okay,
the whole thing.
okay.
Okay. I remember when that was the
God.
thing.
I know.
Oh.
I
Our Stars.
I had an older sister when that was a
Yeah,
phenomenon.
right, yeah.
I'm familiar with it. Never saw it or read it, but
That was, I guess, the 24th
Yeah, I did see it.
MTV Best Kiss Winner Award. If you guys were curious.
People love
what
that
number
shit,
they're on.
dude.
all right. As I was saying, the top 10 highest grossing films of 2015.
What,
He was really excited to jump on it.
what are these films?
The top 10 highest grossing films of 2015. Pretty bleak here. It's all franchise. Not all. So maybe I'll bite my tongue. Number 10, Spectre. The fourth Daniel Craig Bond film. Follow up to Skyfall. Number 9, Cinderella. One of the earlier Disney live action remakes. Number 8, The Martian. Ridley Scott, Matt Damon. A lot of people in that one.
I saw that
Yeah.
back in the day.
I've seen it once, but not in a long
Never
time.
seen
Yeah, in a long time.
Number 7, The Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2. The finale. Number 6, Minions.
Let's go.
Nice.
Number
Should be
5,
number one.
Minions suck.
Boo.
You know what I mean?
I saw-
Hate Minions.
I saw Minions in
Wait,
2015.
The
and not
movie
since.
or
Oh,
the
the
characters
characters.
themselves are we talking about?
all of it.
Oh,
I like
like
Good
Despicable
Minions.
Me?
I'm not gonna lie.
Does this include the Despicable Me franchise?
Despicable
Yes, it
Me
does.
one
But
is-
besides maybe the first.
So,
Despicable
like,
Me
does-
1 is awesome.
So, like, does that touch Gru and Vector?
No, they're
Yeah, you like-
no. I like Vector. I love Gru. I don't like the
Yeah.
Minions.
I like a Good Minion. I'm not
I
gonna lie.
don't.
I don't care about
I
Minions,
don't.
but I like
I
Despicable
don't.
Me. So,
They're there for the kids.
I
yeah,
love
I
Minions.
don't.
yeah. I just don't.
The adults in the room are focused on. They're locked in on Gru and Steve Carell's vocal wizardry.
Gru's top 10
I wish Minions
villain.
were
He's
real.
peak.
Number
Yeah, top 10 villain, I guess.
I guess he's a villain.
No, he's like
He
top.
wants to
he's
be,
like top
but he's-
25 villain.
he steals the
He's got a
money.
good heart.
Yeah, he's top 25.
He's got a good heart.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, so does Darth Vader. You know.
Yeah.
Does Darth Vader have a good heart?
Not
It was
until the
revealed
end.
not until the end.
Not until the end. He
But there
didn't.
was-
All right, I got to power
He
through
doesn't
this.
shit.
Number 5, Furious 7. Fucking banger.
Yeah.
One of the best ones. Number 4,
Is that the biggest one?
yeah, by far. I remember that movie was massive. I saw that in the theater too. Number 4, Inside Out. Number 3, Avengers: Age of Ultron. Number 2, Jurassic World. Can anyone guess what number 1 is? Just think back to 2015. Just guess.
Force Awakens.
Is that the group?
Is
Yes.
that like one of the
I
highest
agree.
movies of all time?
Number 1 is Star Wars: The
Mhm.
Force Awakens, which domestically is the highest grossing film of all time. Not worldwide, but
Nice.
domestically it made almost $1 billion, which is fucking nuts.
I remember skipping school to see
Yeah.
that.
I remember you skipping school to see that. I remember you'd always skip school.
Yeah,
to
it's
see
like why didn't you just go at a different time? That was my thought.
Well,
That was my headspace when I was a kid and I was in school. I'm like, fucking bullshit, dude. I was
Yeah.
pissed. I was like, this guy gets to skip because of Star Wars and I'm here.
I do remember like the Force Awakens run and everything like that.
It
Like those.
was
a
the night
monster.
You were,
It was before Star Wars ruined every Reddit neckbeard's brain, and it was still a universally beloved property. And then The Last Jedi came out, and now talking about Star Wars like stepping on a goddamn minefield.
So like a lot of people hate that like new trilogy. Do you think that and when Episode 3 and they were having that run with like Revenge of the Sith,
The
Phantom
prequels?
Menace, yeah, they didn't like those either, right?
Prequels were not liked at first, and now
So maybe-
now people like us who grew up with them are starting to reclaim them.
So-
Revenge of the Sith,
exactly.
especially.
So now in 20 years, do you think people are gonna start
Oh,
to take
yeah.
a little bit more
I think
appreciation?
so.
to
Last
the-
Jedi is already polarizing. You know, you got for every neckbeard that says it's the worst movie they've ever seen. There's some who are like, yeah, Ryan Johnson's actually an artist.
Yeah.
But Rise of Skywalker, does anyone talk about that movie? I'm not a Star Wars guy.
That is the one I don't hear about.
No.
because that's them just trying to please the fans after
Yeah.
they shat their pants about
Oh,
Last
people
Jedi.
talk about it all the time, and not positive, but they
Yeah.
talk about it.
I-
I
people
guess.
talk about somehow Palpatine returned and how that's the greatest line ever delivered in
That is-
cinema.
like that, I don't think anyone will ever appreciate.
No, I don't think
But
so.
that's funny because it was made to please the man babies. Like,
I
please,
understand,
please
yeah,
give us.
just made it.
We're sorry.
It made the neckbeards mad.
And they're like, oh, you ruined my childhood. Ah.
I don't really.
Anakin's prophecy is worth nothing now.
I thought it was
Fuck!
I thought it was cool.
Which one?
Palpatine returning. I thought it was cool when I saw it, but then
I thought
He
it
looked
was
cool.
great when
Like,
I saw it.
They
That's
made
cool.
his whole aura crazy. Like he
he's a
looks
clone.
sick.
All right, we won't.
But he's a clone.
He's a clone.
Well, while the man children and the neckbeards were shitting their pants over Star Wars, the men, the true cinema enjoyers, were locked in like this on Mission Impossible:
On
Rogue Nation. One more 2015 thing before. I know.
I remember sitting in David's upstairs watching Furious 7 illegally somehow.
That's awesome.
Some
I don't
website.
remember.
I think it was while it was still in theaters.
I saw it in the theater.
I saw it at the drive-in.
How
Nice.
fitting.
Yeah.
I saw it just at a.
The movie was like,
That was because it was right. It was the first one after Paul Walker died.
and that's why.
So it was and see you again.
Yep. It was
Big thing. I saw that
locked in
movie in the
together.
theater, and it fucking rocked. 2015 Super Bowl. Take your guesses. Who do you think played?
2015. It's got to be like,
I'm saying like New England,
like New England versus.
Seattle.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
It was.
Oh, was it that one?
It was Pats versus Seahawks.
Was it the
Wow.
was it the
Wow,
goal
yeah,
line?
it's
Was
the
it the
goal
goal?
line
Was that the
pick,
goal
yeah.
line interception one?
Yeah, that's the only time they faced.
Yeah,
in
so,
the
yeah.
Super Bowl.
Yeah. So yeah,
Pats won 28-24.
that's it.
Your referee was Bill Vinovich.
Why wouldn't you run the ball?
National anthem
Not
sung
one of
by
the Patriots.
Idina Menzel. The game was called by Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth, and Michelle Tafoya. I'm trying to find the halftime. Oh shit! Here is your halftime show.
Wait, I'm just gonna assume either Big Sean, Usher.
Lady Gaga.
Big Sean, Usher, Lady Gaga.
Wow,
I
really?
don't even
Oh
know.
wait, no. Okay. I was gonna say. I thought you were like.
No, no,
I
I'm
thought you were
taking-
like,
taking
like,
guesses.
Really?
Black Eyed Peas.
I got
Just
nothing.
guess someone.
I no.
No,
idea.
it wasn't
Just
Black
guess
Eyed Peas.
three.
Black Eyed Peas was last podcast. Remember?
Mm.
So I'm gonna go like Big Sean, Usher, and no, not Usher.
Just guess any
Just
musical
Big Sean.
artist.
We'll go Big Sean.
I don't know.
It was Katy Perry
Oh,
featuring Lenny Kravitz, Missy Elliott, and the Arizona State University Sun Devil Marching Band. Deflategate. Speaking of football, that was a big concern in 2015. Would you guys believe it?
The deflate.
Yeah, remember the whole controversy, Deflategate?
probably.
I
probably
they-
true.
Is it Tom
probably-
Brady?
they
Yeah, Tom
probably
Brady.
still do it.
The Pats footballs are
Mhm.
deflated. That's why.
They probably still do it. I guarantee it. I guarantee Tom Brady's not the only one to ever
No.
do that.
No. That just when he got away with that, he was the GOAT.
Does that just give
And
you
now it's Derek Carr.
optimal grip?
Probably that, and you probably throw the ball a lot farther.
Was it only his balls that were deflated, or like did they use the same ones? I don't even know.
But then it's a rough situation because like all the balls are like checked before the game, so like it's not like he could have done it, but like they had to be checked, so like it's on
He
the
had like
refs.
he had like a ring on.
It was
and it had a
all
little
it's all
pump in
big.
it.
It's just all big
Like-
money.
Or do you think they checked them and then maybe like as soon as they're like we're good and they're like
Mhm. Yeah, like what is checking him worth?
and then another big thing in 2015
Or he paid the ball boy like $1 million.
possible.
Just money. Yeah.
2015 was the year of the what color is this dress debate. Do you guys remember that?
Oh yeah, the blue and black or the orange and white.
I think it was black and blue or yellow.
White and yellow.
Gold.
White and
Gold.
Yeah, yellow and gold.
It was black and blue.
It was black and blue.
I don't
It
understand.
was black
No
and
one
blue.
actually thought it was yellow and gold. They were just trying to be.
We have any yellow and gold heads in here? No.
It
No.
was so clearly black and blue.
It was.
I think Battlefront came
Battlefront
out in
came
2015.
Battlefront came out in
Oh,
2015,
Oh yeah. It did.
as well as the movie
10
we're
years.
talking about, Mission Impossible.
And I think the
This is
Chinese
fun.
stock market crashed.
Did it?
I think so, yeah. In
Yeah.
2015.
Oh, I hope the Chinese economy has recovered since.
Just throwing that in there.
no, that's a
a
major
really
world
good
event.
piece of
They're a big
information.
deal. They're
Yeah.
I was thinking about
One
this
more.
yesterday. It's absolutely insane that we got Fury Road and Rogue Nation.
Oh yeah, that's the thing. I didn't even these some fucking bangers in 2015 weren't even in the 10 highest grossing, such as MI Rogue Nation, Mad Max Fury Road, Creed, Sicario. Like there were some good movies. The
Mm.
Revenant, Spotlight won Best Picture.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
Leo finally got his Oscar. Room, Ex Machina. You know there were a lot
Ex
of
Machina.
good movies out there.
You
We
still haven't
got-
seen it, right?
No, one of my biggest blind spots.
Got it.
And I've seen a lot of other Alex Garland movies.
Yeah.
But
One day.
it'll
No,
happen.
yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Before the Rogues, I got 3 songs from 2015. We have Hello, another Adele,
Oh yeah. Hotline Bling.
Hotline Bling, and then we got kind of 2 ends here. We have Trap Queen,
Mm.
and then we have Watch Me Nip (parentheses Whip / Nay Nay).
It's
Oh,
called
wow.
Watch Me Nip.
Whip.
Oh,
I
I
thought you said nip.
Whip.
I heard that. too.
That is 10 years old. Wow. That's
That's-
crazy.
Watch Me Whip, Watch Me Nay Nay feels like it's older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
I
feels
guess, yeah.
pretty damn old.
Yeah.
Whipping Nay Nay.
Black
Black Ops 3.
Ops 3,
Oh,
2015.
2015 was a good year.
Yeah. It's alright, yeah. Paul Blart 2 came out.
Okay, well,
Banger.
all right.
That's part of 2015 in my opinion.
I saw it in the
Other
theater
than
in
Chinese stock market
2015.
crashing.
You preyed upon the Chinese stock market crashing.
Well,
You saw what happened to us in the 20s, and you were like, I want that, but for G.
yeah.
Speaking of Paul Blart, did we not that we'll do the category right now, but did we introduce it last week?
We talked about it last week, but it's
We didn't
here
reveal
now.
the official name.
Yeah, we got.
We'll
got a
get
new
to it.
category.
Oh, yeah.
We should probably talk about the movie.
Yeah, let's
right?
do it.
Instead of just Dick Ride in 2015. Let's see here. I'm just gonna go right into it with best scene. I've got the opening, the plane stunt.
Mm-hmm.
Insanity.
It's nuts. Cruise is as one film is called, The Greatest Showman.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Like he was probably just like,
I want to go on the plane. I
how do
wanna
we
go
start this?
Yeah.
And then
Who did
the
he like?
craziest.
I want to know his like training methods.
Probably just like, all right, just strap me onto this plane
Mm-hmm.
and I'll take off.
Yeah,
Did-
picture.
Sorry, go ahead.
I picture what like throughout the movies, you know, Benji like tells me he's like, you know how I say like you go too far, like that. I feel like that's like in real life too when he's like thinking
It's
of
Cruise,
these-
yeah.
when he's thinking of these stunts, and they're probably like, dude, you don't have to do this.
So we know.
No, but you see, I do.
I think it was Mission Impossible 4 when he was doing the free solo, or was it 3?
That was 2.
Oh, that was 2.
Ghost Protocol is Burj Khalifa.
So we know. Okay, so we know like he was just held in by like one wire when he was free
Mhm.
soloing. Like we know that, but like how, I wonder how he was held in. on the
Rogue
plane.
Nation, I think he was strapped to the plane.
Oh, like literally strapped to it.
So like if he let go, he would just be
Not
still
move.
strapped to the plane.
Still,
I was gonna say like strapped
Yeah,
in. And
still.
what?
But I mean, like, would he be like dangling from the plane,
No.
or would he be attached to the
I think
plane?
they probably got like his midsection.
Yeah, I don't. Think
Yeah, that's
he'd
what
be
I was thinking. I was
dangling
trying to
from
think
a
like
plane.
how did they strap him in? Like midsection, but
But
when he's
yeah.
standing up on it,
It's still probably not safe.
I think it's just for the big shot, you know, of him holding on.
Mhm.
As for all the other stuff,
so. Like I wouldn't do
fucking
that.
don't know.
No matter the safety precautions you give me, I'm not doing that.
If Tom Cruise did it with me, I'd do it.
Okay, maybe. I guess.
I'd do
Well,
yeah,
yeah,
do it.
you-
Like for like if I was like a, I don't know, super hardcore like actor like Tom
Yeah,
Cruise, I'd
yeah,
be
of
like,
course.
well, actor and like showman.
Yeah.
But like, I'm not just like, if someone calls me and says, "Hey, you want to go hang on to this plane? I'll strap you up." I'm like, no, I'm not
good.
doing that.
I'm not doing it.
But if you are
But yeah,
if you're headlining a major action franchise
Exactly.
known for its balls to the wall
you
stunts,
gotta do it.
got to get the people in
But
theaters.
yeah, that is it's. Is it the best opening so far?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
better.
Yeah,
The Limp Bizkit sunglasses exploding in
Yeah.
two.
But no, this is.
I take
This is awesome.
RN.
Mhm.
Yeah.
3 also opens pretty strong.
Yeah.
Next I have. Okay. How do I describe this scene? Ethan is handcuffed to a pole.
Yep. Next scene
In
I got.
a warehouse. This is where we're introduced to Ilsa Faust, played by Rebecca Ferguson, who will become a major character in the franchise.
Mhm.
Interesting note here. There's an actress that was offered this role. Any guesses?
2015.
I think 2015.
Scarlett
I
Johansson.
will give you a hint. In a very big movie the year prior. And if you can't think of it, just give me any name.
I don't know. Trying to think of what happened in 2014 movies in 2014. But Scarlett Johansson really came to mind for me.
Okay, so I'll take that as your guess. Any other?
I would just assume I don't know, Kirsten Dunst.
I'll go J-Law.
I don't know. Emma Stone.
Jessica Chastain.
Okay.
The movie was Interstellar.
That was going to be my other guess. God damn it.
Was it really?
Yeah.
I can't picture it.
No, I can't either.
I think I'm probably too.
Wait, was she offered the role?
That's what I have in my notes. It was offered the role but declined.
Why would you decline that?
I don't know, but I'm happy she did. I really can't see her.
It worked out pretty well.
Yeah. I think
I'm
Rebecca Ferguson's perfect.
I'm pretty used to Rebecca Ferguson in this role because she has kind of a mysterious quality about her, you know, that I feel like in this one, like in the beginning, you're kind of questioning like who Ilsa's really allegiant to.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's something like withholding about her that I think she does really well. I don't know if I can picture Jessica Chastain doing it.
That's even in the description of the movie. It just IMDb it just tells you we don't know whether or not she's whose side she's on.
Yeah, I mean,
she does good at giving the illusion.
Yeah, I really cannot see her.
I can't either.
I can see her more as like who was in Ghost Protocol, a girl in Ghost
Paul
Protocol.
Patton.
Yeah, like just like one off. Get her out of here.
Rogue Nation, I feel like, is the first one, by the way, where Jesus Christ. I feel like this is the first one where there's not just like a random side character that's never like seen again. Because like the whole crew of one, you don't ever see them again aside from Ethan and Luther. MI2, there's that. What Billy? You like him, the Australian guy?
Oh, Billy Baird.
Billy Baird. Yeah, like never heard from him again.
Naya.
3, you got like the Maggie Hugh character and all that. Ghost Protocol, the Paul Patton character. Like, I feel like
We got established characters.
This is the team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. IMF.
You know, it's just. But anyway, the reason I had this scene in here, the reason I was like, I have to put this in, and you all know why.
Yeah.
It's because of the absolute insanity that is Tom Cruise escaping from being held captive to a pole.
That's just some insane strength.
Okay,
I don't know how.
Is that
How you do
Scientology
it?
powers? I don't know. I don't know how he did that shit. I watched in awe last night. My mouth agape.
Absolutely absurd.
Because he can't get it out, and then he's just like,
When I saw him flip, I was like, "Where's he going with this?" And he started hobbling up. I was like, "What the hell?"
I think that low key might be his most underrated feat in all of these films because everyone focuses on the big stuff like
Mhm.
hanging onto a plane,
Yeah.
riding motorcycles off cliffs and stuff. But just how the fuck do you do that?
I think that's the most impressive thing that a person can do themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Without
I don't
a
understand
vehicle.
how you could
Yeah.
possibly do
I
that.
think his arms fucking fell, dude.
Probably didn't feel a thing.
And then
It's fine. I'm made for this.
that was a tall
Didn't
pull.
break
There
his
was,
leg.
there was a
It was
couple
tall
jumps
pull.
that it took him.
Yeah, he took him 3 jumps.
Yeah.
He was really.
How do you
climbing
even
that thing up.
train to do that? You think?
I don't know.
So much upper
You-
body
you-
strength.
You study with a pole designer for 8 months, and then
Yeah.
a base jumper for another 7.
Then they actually strap you up. You can't get out, and you have to try and just keep on.
What do you think
practicing.
went into planning the pole size? Because
Yeah.
if it was
I
too
don't know.
big, he couldn't get his arms around.
They
to
probably
pull
wanted
himself
it-
up. If it's too skinny, he's not going to get a good grip.
I actually think I did see a behind the scenes footage of this, and it's the pole is CGI'd to make it more look
make
metal. Like I saw a picture and it's like a padding. The pole is a padding. So
Okay.
and it was a lot bigger. It looked like so. I don't know.
Still
mean,
the effort that counts.
No, of course. I mean, it still probably took
It's still
so
impressive.
much. No,
Yeah.
of course.
That's one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Next, I have the like 10-minute opera sequences,
Mhm.
just fucking nuts, dude.
Absurd.
It's so good. We're not working with that much dialogue either. It's a
Mhm.
lot of just and just visual storytelling.
I want to
So,
go to an opera
obviously,
so
it
bad.
rules.
It'd be
We
sick.
should go.
That'd be so sick.
How do you? All right, so Benji's under the assumption that he has won tickets to an opera in
Mhm.
Vienna. How does one win tickets to an opera?
A drawing.
I
Some
suppose
kind, I'm guessing.
an Austrian,
But how do we get
like
into
an
those
Austrian
drawings?
lottery?
Yeah, maybe like
could,
throw
like-
into like a it's almost like a raffle. You know,
That's how you get scammed.
If it's like a
Old
touring,
people.
Scam, though.
like
And
a touring show.
He did not get tickets to the
like I
opera.
threw into a raffle
I
like
got-
he
7
got
years
scammed by-
ago to go to
Yeah.
a raffle and like or
Like,
to
he
go
thought
to
you-
an opera. And, like,
he still went.
2022.
Yeah, something.
He did go to the
He still
opera.
went to the opera.
I guess, yeah. But he was like, you thought you were
Under-
gonna have a nice, relaxing evening, psych, bitch.
Like I'm sure that opera was doing like a big Europe tour,
Mm.
and so like Austria.
Well,
you
the
know,
Chancellor of Austria was
With the
there, yeah.
like him and Benji and Hawkeye. What, they're working for the CIA?
Right, yeah, CIA.
CIA.
I have a genuine question.
Under
It-
Director Baldwin.
Is there a like the opera? How there is like a Broadway?
I don't know.
Is there a
No,
opera?
I think opera is a style.
Yeah.
mhm.
Like opera's
Sure,
just
either.
like a musical.
Yeah.
There's no.
It's yeah.
Is
I'm
there
pretty
a,
sure, I
a
don't know.
Broadway for operas?
probably
I
somewhere in
don't-
Sydney?
Europe.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
probably-
Sydney's got that big opera house.
We're not that cool.
Yeah,
Like that. That's
Well,
not
let's
good.
just
Was
put
that
on
good?
an opera.
Was that good?
Tom Cruise would probably sing good.
How hard was
What?
Benji clenching his butthole in the polygraph test?
Oh my god!
Sweat. Dude, I mean, he passed, so it had to be pretty tight.
Yeah.
Do you think
He's done it
Ethan
before.
Hunt trained him
Yeah,
to
like,
pass one of those
do you
tests?
think he
Probably.
trained him in butthole clenching? They're gonna ask you these questions. You need to answer.
Yeah, but Tom Cruise had to work with a butthole clencher for
Yep.
like 11 and a half months.
like Dr. Sphincter. Or
Yeah, Dr.
something.
Sphincter.
There's like a behind the scenes featurette.
Like recorded from like around the corner.
Simon,
it's like-
this is Dr. Sphincter.
Mhm. Like Dr. Sphincter is an American hero. He's one of my idols. He's teaching me the right methods to clench my butthole really tight. What the fuck are we doing? We were talking about opera and now we're talking about butthole clenching.
It's
No.
something he had to do.
That's true.
Had to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Had to
It's
get
gonna
it
be
done.
brought up.
And he passed.
Yeah, the opera scene. It's an intense scene.
It's so
you know?
intense.
It's
When you think, what is it? The prime minister is going to get shot.
the Chancellor.
Chancellor.
Chancellor lost it.
Chancellor.
That is like
Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh.
Ethan is like the smartest person on earth. Like, he had to make.
He's
that-
a fucking
He had to
genius.
make that decision. And he was like, I can't shoot one of
Instantaneous.
those.
He was just
I
like-
got it. And he thought about that. I wouldn't have thought about
As
that.
Baldwin says, though, he's a gambler.
Mhm.
And one day his luck will run out.
Like how
and millions will pay
even
the price.
shooting him in the arm, it's like the way he fell down. It's like that was all like
Gambling was
it was
mentioned like
perfect.
in like 3 times in the span of like 10 minutes.
Well, he's absolutely
Gambler,
right.
gamble,
Ethan, if you
gambling.
watch these movies, Ethan is absolutely a gambler.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're, presenting to the chairman whether or not they should dissolve the IMF, like a lot of their results are absolutely good fortune.
Mhm.
The entire climax of Ghost Protocol when Ethan's trying to, stop the nuke and everything, like that's all luck because, a lot of wacky events had to happen to lead him to it because, shit kept going up and down in the fucking Carvana or wherever they were.
Mhm.
He was like, mission accomplished, opera good.
Great.
Uh,
Not just good, it's great.
it's
That's great.
it's
Yes,
fantastic.
you're right, yeah.
You get the fucking flute gun.
Dude, just like when they're on those things and they're moving up and just
It's
it's all so good.
so good. And then I like the shot when it's like the note to the music when she's gonna shoot.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh. Next, I've got 3 more. I've got another butthole clencher. I've got Ethan in the underwater vault.
Yep.
And Tom
And-
Cruise held his breath for 6 minutes as they shot that.
Insane.
I got, even leading up to that, I got them preparing for that. I
Yeah.
thought that was electric.
Mm-hmm. I like that.
Yeah.
too.
I like that. Yeah, the preparation.
Yeah, like with the when they're trying to figure out how to get in there. Yeah, it's
And
gonna be-
still here, we didn't know like whose side the girl was on. Like we're still like
no,
indecisive.
Ilsa is still questionable.
And we were pretty, far in the movie. At
He
this
had
point.
in the underwater scene, he had a 50-50 shot of putting the like right thing in the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
those yellow rectangles.
Well, so once again, luck. What was your guys'
was luck.
reaction
when
like
he gets,
him when he gets hit?
it's like, oh,
Dude,
Multiple
he's
times I was like,
insane.
oh,
Mhm.
come on. You would have thought Ethan would have prepared a little more for that thing going around. Like I was thinking like, oh, rookie mistake.
Yeah,
But Ethan's not a rookie.
And when he was going like, I was
Yeah.
like, oh
That-
god,
that's
I hate that.
intense stuff.
I hate that.
Me and Phil were talking about it a little bit before you guys got here, and that, like he said, Tom Cruise didn't breathe for over 6 minutes for that. But the way it was put together, it's like we get the cutbacks to Benji.
yeah, you don't think
and,
about it.
You never think about that. It's like they could have easily cut that. Like he didn't. When you
Yeah,
watch it,
because like
you
the
don't
scene
think-
doesn't take place in real time, but it was
Mhm.
shot in real time.
Right. So it's like you can easily think like, oh, they just stopped him for a little bit and then kept going.
But
like,
Tom, he likes to suffer.
and also when I was watching, it's like that scene to me looks CGI
It does.
ish, but
Mhm.
like I guess
It's a
there was-
mix of practicality. And,
Yeah, like all the water's real, but like that arm was CGI.
Oh,
But
yeah.
like, yeah, I mean,
That whole room scene, like CGI. in my
I think
opinion.
the room is real, but they CGI
A lot of
the
stuff
look
in
of
it.
the water.
Yeah.
yeah, the
Um,
lights.
Yeah, the lights.
Detailing
But no,
and
they
stuff.
made that room for the. that
I
contraption.
tried
It's
to
like a
hold my
20-foot
breath
room.
when he went. I lasted like
thought-
30 seconds.
I thought about that. when
I
was-
didn't.
30 seconds. I was like, how do you do
Yeah,
that?
And
how
like they
did
said,
you go?
like when you're like underwater, like and you're actually swimming, you're exerting more energy, and it's just like
Yeah, that's why I say don't move unless you absolutely have to.
yeah, like
60
you're
minutes
sitting
is
still. You're sitting still. He's like getting shot down this 70,000 pound pressure freaking tube, and he's like swimming around in this massive current.
Those arm things they have are so sick.
Oh, with the oxygen.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
What piece of MI tech would you rather have, that or the gloves?
The gloves. I can be Spider-Man.
You know, like the
Oh.
lifting off motion. you
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
Like
There was some cool tech in this movie.
there's
Yeah.
sick tech in all.
The
of them.
book turning into the laptop.
The-
like
the lock
letters
picker?
disappearing
Yeah.
was
The
sick.
lock picker?
lock
The
picker's
universal
awesome.
lock.
I'm pretty partial to the gun that looks like a flute.
Yep.
Oh,
that
yeah,
is
yeah, so
sick.
sick.
Yeah,
Uh,
some cool tech.
next, this might be mine. I still have to decide. This leads right into the chase, which is partially car on bike, and then it's bike on bike.
Mm-hmm.
I am a sucker for a high speed motor chase, and this one fucking kicks all
Awesome.
kinds of ass. And there was a point where I was watching it last night, and I was like, "Is this the best movie of all time?" Like it's so sick, you know. Like there's not even a smarter way of saying it. It's just sick as fuck.
Mhm.
Simply, you get shots of Tom Cruise leaning super far over. He brushes his knee on the
Mhm.
pavement.
Mhm.
It's just like
It's awesome.
there's just a sense of reality to it that you don't get with a lot of movies, and that's why these movies feel so special. Because like, I know pretentious asshats like myself will make fun of people in like Marvel and everything, where everything is shot on the volume and everything's green screen and blue screen or whatever. But I think people genuinely do notice and care when there are movies like Top Gun Maverick or Mission Impossible Fallout or whatever, or Dead Reckoning, where everything is shot practically. I think that's why Maverick was such a huge hit, because it, whether they knew it or not, I think you know when you're watching it, you're like, this feels real,
Mhm.
and that's something that I hope never goes away from movies, because it's like the Vin Diesel the movies, you know.
Practical effects are just the best. Yeah, I agree.
Fury Road among them too.
Mhm.
I love the chase, and then last one I have is Alec Baldwin putting on an absolute clinic in the Prime Minister's office.
So
And I will lead that right
so
into my best
hard.
quote. I'll give it away right now.
Uh-huh.
Hunt is uniquely trained and highly motivated, a specialist without equal.
Mhm.
There's no secret he cannot extract, no security he cannot breach, no person he
Oh,
cannot
yeah.
become. He has most likely anticipated this very conversation and is waiting to strike in whatever direction we move. Sir, Hunt is the living manifestation of destiny, and he has made you his mission. Let's fucking go, Alec.
Hell yeah.
So hard.
And then you get the reveal of Ethan ripping off the mask. Oh, those never fail.
So sick.
Any other scenes I may have missed?
That's all I got.
Yeah, I like the ending.
Yeah. Oh, when they trap him in the
Yeah,
in the box.
That's awesome. And then I also love the entire scene with when they have the bomb on Benji.
Yeah, that's really
That's
good too.
intense,
That's
too.
I should have had
It's
that.
suspenseful.
Like 0.19 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah,
Like,
come on.
That's one thing I think makes this the best one so far. Is there's a lot of moments
that you're
of that you're like
no,
on the edge of
high
your
stakes,
seat where
yeah.
you're like,
I've seen
There's
this movie
stakes.
before, and I was still like shitting my pants at moments. I was like, "Holy shit, this is
and that
is insane."
when you were saying like how close you're calling it with Benji nearly being blown to Kingdom Come, it's like that right there is further proof of what we're talking about. Ethan's a gambler,
Right?
Because he was like, "Do you want to blow him up?"
Yeah.
He didn't
know that was gonna work.
Yeah, he's rolling the dice, and perhaps maybe he'll do it again in the final reckoning. Best scene.
one thing I want to say about the villain. Did anyone else just hate the bad guy?
Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of him.
What's his
Even the
name?
facial expressions, though.
Solomon.
Solomon Lane.
playing
I
the
thought
sharpness.
he was just stupid looking.
I
thought
think had some
he
good
didn't
facial
look cool.
expressions.
I thought he just
Do-
was
Do British
lame.
cyber terrorists usually look cool?
They should in a Mission Impossible movie.
He looked
He
like
kinda-
an older Evan Peters.
He reminded me of Steve Jobs. Not the way he looked, but the way he dressed. A lot of
A lot of
turtlenecks.
turtleneck
A
action.
lot of black
Yeah.
turtlenecks. I got Steve Jobs from him.
Yeah, I can see it.
Like, I want a villain with like some personality. This guy just kind of sucked.
Yeah, he wasn't great. I know what you mean.
And I hate in movies when the bad guy gives like the girl that he thinks is on the other side like a second chance. Like, oh come on, just kill her. I mean, I don't want him to kill her, but just like.
But he believes
on.
in redemption.
Mhm.
He's ultimately got a big heart.
Do you guys ever think like about all the times that Ethan Hunt just like could have just been shot in the back or like just shot in the head? Like
There's a lot
reads
of.
Well, there's the scene in the beginning in one when he's
Running
booking
down
it
the
and
tunnel.
they're shooting
How
through
did
the
they miss
fence.
him? How did they
There's
miss
so
him?
many
stormtroopers.
moments.
like when he's chained up, like why didn't they just boop, he's done. No more Ethan Hunt.
Because
Now we
they
can-
knew that we as a society would miss out on the magic of cinema.
Mhm.
And they were like,
But
Yeah.
yeah, like they could have just like easily killed him right then and there, and it just would have been it.
it's kind of like Austin Powers, Scott Evil.
I guess you said about like any movie, they're like, oh, why didn't they just do this?
Yeah,
Like,
it's just it wouldn't be a movie.
Best scene, I'm going with the entire chase.
I'm going with the opera.
I love the opera, but
Mm.
I can't deny my primal
Mine's the opera.
chase opera. Jack
Mm,
Baldwin Clinic.
it's tough. Like there's so many good scenes.
Baldwin
good.
goes so hard in this movie.
Dude, he's like a hibachi chef. He's
Yeah.
fucking going for it.
Like I'm tied between the underwater, the opening, and then the chase. I'm probably gonna have to go like cinematically, probably just with the chase scene.
I love
Honestly,
the shot when there's the explosion behind him.
right?
Fuck yeah.
The BMW like flipping, like
Oh,
on its-
Yeah.
And also, I'll throw my best moment out right there too. There are a lot of good ones. I went with just the brief Luther Brandt, Ethan Benji at a crossroads, just like the kind of confused, just like
yeah.
made me giggle. So I'm going with that. But yeah, it's a good scene.
I think best scene. I'm going into the preparation for the getting the information stick, and then the underwater scene.
Yeah,
Mm.
That whole lead up.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'm going.
I'm gonna do the opera.
Yeah.
The opera,
Hell
yeah.
the
The
opera,
opera's so good.
I feel like might objectively be the answer. It's like 10 minutes of an absolute
Like-
show-stopping shit.
You don't want to blink.
Yeah.
You want to know what's funny?
Hmm.
Just in terms of just, I guess, proof of the scene's power is I was watching this yesterday in my living room, and my dad walks in and he was going somewhere, and the classic dad shit happens where he's standing there, gets locked in there. He's like,
Yeah.
I gotta go, and something else happened. And he's still just locked in. So, like, if that's not a testament to
Mm-hmm.
the power of McQuarrie and Cruz, I don't know what is. Best quote, I already gave mine. It's the whole fucking 2 paragraphs.
That's what I got.
I just put his like whole rundown. Like I didn't even
Like
put
he is the
quote.
living manifest. I thought of it, and then I rewound it a bunch of times to get.
Yeah, I did.
to
I
write
was
it all
like,
down.
that was
Tell
fucking
you
awesome.
Captain.
That's it. That was like that's my
Hunt is
quote.
the living manifestation of destiny. Sixth Man. I like mine a lot. This guy, I also rewound this because the first time he made me laugh out loud. I have the Chancellor of Austria as head of security when right before his car blows up, he's like, ah!
Yeah.
And the subtitles say like stop the car. I thought he fucking killed it.
I didn't really have a 6 man for this movie.
I didn't put a 6 man.
I have one. I have one of the assassins, the dude with the sunglasses on who kind of looks like Drago. He's up in the booth, and Benji, or what's his name, Benji, right?
Oh, I know
Starts
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he starts fighting him, and
the
there's,
opera.
like shots of him, like straight face, sunglasses, and, like,
Yeah,
Terminator.
yeah.
Is he the one that has the police baton? That
Yeah,
turns to a
yeah,
gun?
yeah. I thought that dude was
I'll do it.
sick.
I'll do the dude in the beginning on the plane that like looks at Ethan when he's
This is
that dude's in Stranger Things.
Is he?
Yeah,
Which season?
he's like the Russian dude. His name's Alexei.
Oh, Alexi,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that guy.
Yep.
I didn't pick up on that.
Bill, did you have a sixth?
Not really, but I guess if I had to choose one, I'd just do the Chancellor himself. Because he kept
Yeah.
saying, like, oh, I'll be good, I'll be good.
Yeah, he really
He's
walks
a tough
off.
guy.
Yeah.
He's
Like
like
it's just a flesh wound. I think you would.
And
walk
Yeah.
off.
he was like,
And then-
I got this.
And then his wife was like, "Oh, but if anything should happen to you," and then right away, his security notices something's fishy. And he goes, "Ah!"
And then he explodes.
Yeah, yeah. Also, the Bone Doctor's a pretty sick name.
I was gonna
He's
say
got
it, too.
he's got his tools. Best moment, I have the confused exchange between the 2 different parties. Anyone else have anything?
I put when when you think he's about to complete the underwater mission and then the arm. snaps him.
I almost did that too. That's so
Just like,
it's a collective just
Mhm.
I have a few. I
need
have
to see it.
Tom hobbling up the pole.
Yep.
Good moment.
Incredible. Yeah.
The bikes flying down the stairs during the chase scene.
Yeah.
The BMW crash.
Yep.
And then during the bike chase scene, Ethan hits some dude on the bike, and he like kind of spins out a little bit and goes sliding, and when he hits the guardrail, it explodes.
Yeah.
I had
Fucking
that in
awesome.
there. That's all I got.
Pat?
I got a few. I got right in the beginning when Cruz releases the package
Mhm.
on the plane. He gives a look
Yeah.
to the guy.
Yeah.
Like
I love it.
I got when Benji tells Ethan Hunt that he's staying. He's like, "I'm staying,"
okay.
and then Ethan's just like, "Okay."
I like that too, man. Just like
In their secret lair.
I got when they're talking
By
about
the
like
docks.
getting the data with like in the underwater.
Mhm.
Rebecca Ferguson's character says like it's impossible, and then Cruz gives her a look, and I'm like, he's just like, oh, nothing's impossible.
No missions.
Yeah.
I got before the bike chase scene, the bike spin that knocks all the other bikes down.
Yep.
Thought
Yeah,
that was pretty sick.
cool. Yeah.
I got
You know what that reminded me of? Sorry, like when you're like in front of a bar, you accidentally lean on front of one of the motorcycles. They don't,
just like, oh, like Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
they don't look at you.
I don't got what exactly
Probably
is
kick
going
your
on.
ass.
Yeah.
I think when Luther's got to try to keep an eye on Rebecca Ferguson's character, or just him pushing through people.
Mhm.
I lost it.
I thought that was great.
Luther making his way through.
He came through.
Luther also, there's a point where he gives Renner a look when he's like, if I have any doubts for any second
Yeah.
what side you're on, he's just like,
Yeah.
great Ving Rhames work.
The Cruz mask reveal.
Mm.
Oh,
That
no,
that
yeah.
that
Never gets
was
old.
insane.
So awesome.
And I got Solomon Lane after he gets trapped. They're like, meet the IMF.
They're all standing around him.
Or does he say Impossible Mission Force or IMF?
I think so.
They're just shooting him in the glass.
My best moment. I'm going after Ethan gives Alec Baldwin the gun at the end. Baldwin just gives him a nod.
Respect.
It was the
Nod of
most
approval.
head nod respect I've ever seen.
A moment of
Perhaps
Oh
by
my
his
god!
judge.
It was. That was just I was like, yeah,
Those are the
that's
best.
awesome.
Billy?
I had a lot of those same ones. My favorite though was the mask reveal.
Mhm.
You can't
Can't go
with a
wrong
mask
with
reveal.
it. Because I had completely forgotten about that mask reveal. A lot of like
Yeah.
ones in these movies, I'm pretty sure. I think we got Ethan in disguise here. I completely forgot about that. I audibly said, "Oh shit!" I was so hyped.
All right, I'm excited to give this out. This is the first ever Don't Do It Blart Safety Never Takes a Holiday Award for Excellence in On-Screen Bravery. This is named after the scene that the Paul Blart episode's out, right?
Yeah. It was Billy's birthday episode.
All right. We lost our minds over
Don't do it, Blart.
over Bobby Cannavale as Commander James Kent as Paul Blart scurries out into the woods. He's like, "Don't do it, Blart!" It's just it's become a thing now. It's a category. It's to commemorate excellence in on-screen bravery. I have right in the beginning Tom Cruise hanging on to dear life on the plane. Because you can imagine Ethan like hanging on the plane. They're like, "Don't do it, hon."
Mhm.
You know.
I did that, and then I also did from the guy sent from Stranger Things perspective of him
Yeah.
like just going through like, don't do it.
Yeah, don't do it, hon.
Yeah, I'd probably go with the same thing when he just goes out the back of the cargo plane.
Pat, did you have one?
I got the moment of hesitation before he jumps into the water when he's sitting on the ledge.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
don't do it,
that's a
hon.
don't do it, hon.
You know, he has to, but still.
Yeah, don't do it, Blart.
That big menacing hole.
Oh,
Terrifying.
imagine jumping into that.
I couldn't do it.
I had him jumping out on the plane, but that's a really good one, though, Pat.
Don't do it, Blart. Don't do it,
Give it to
Blart.
us, Billy.
No codes.
Give us a don't do it, Blart.
Don't do it, Blart.
3, 2, 1.
I'm in charge.
Who could Ed Harris have played?
Jesus,
I
wow.
had CIA director Huntley, the Alec Baldwin.
That's what I
Even
had.
though Baldwin goes hard, but
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I was like, I almost don't want.
Yeah,
it
but like
it's like
if he had to be someone,
Yeah.
So all three of us here went for that.
Reroute
one?
us to
what I
London.
went with.
I'm going Solomon.
Okay.
I think
That's
Ed.
interesting.
I think Ed would bring a coolness to the character that actor doesn't
John
quite.
Harris.
Yeah.
Do you think it's an actor problem or a character problem?
I think it may be both, but he's not menacing at all.
But he's also very different from like the other guys, because I feel like some of the other villains, like, they could stand a fight. Like, this guy knows he can't fight Ethan Hunt.
Yeah, he's very.
You know what I mean?
He's
Like,
a little twerp.
It works for me.
Yeah, because
You know what I mean?
he's doing everything from.
Like, he's not a
little
badass. Like, he's a like that
He's
type of
he's
way.
a British cyber terrorist.
He's a badass in a technical way.
He's a loser.
No.
Yeah, he
A lot
is.
of forethought.
But I don't want a bad guy to be a loser. I want him to be cool.
Or you could see
I
that
guess.
as the Chancellor. The Chancellor.
But wasn't he just out for the money, right?
Yeah.
So like that's like one the other guy's trying to freaking end the world. Like, that's cool. He's just trying to get some money. So
Like,
it's like,
that's
there
cool.
it is. Like, it's
He can't
different.
end the world yet. He needs funds
You know,
to end the world.
create
billion.
creating a virus and then creating the serum for it.
That's
That's
cool.
cool.
That's.
I know what you mean, but like, yeah, they're just different.
I think we've seen that.
They went
before,
for,
back in 2020.
Just a completely different type of boss.
Billy.
Boss baby.
I don't really want to take Baldwin out, so I went with like the senator chairman that him and Renner were talking
Oh,
to.
yeah,
I feel
I
like
could see-
just
yeah.
a political Ed Harris.
I could see that too. Yeah, in 2 scenes.
I would like to see Ed Harris as the Chancellor because I want to see Ed Harris give a hefty. It was just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Do you want to see him get blown up?
No,
No.
that's true.
Yeah.
But
Or his car blown
We'll
up.
change that part.
yeah,
Yeah, maybe he
Ed
makes it up.
Harris won't. He won't.
With such an uncertain fate.
He notices something's up before the security, and he barrel rolls out of there. All right.
Sorry.
Any closing thoughts on?
I got some quotes. Kind of just brushed past the quotes.
Oh, that's true. We did.
I got a little exchange between Jeremy Renner and Ethan Hunt. Jeremy Renner's like, "This man you saw, can you find him?" Hunt says, "I won't stop until I do." Then I got
Ethan Hunt mentality.
On the grind set.
Alec Baldwin's talking to Jeremy Renner about where Hunt is. He's like, "Let's cut the bull. You know who we are. You know what we're capable of."
The bull.
Yeah,
Stand on business.
Cut the crap.
Let's cut the bull.
No more bull.
And then I got that big quote at the
Yeah.
end.
I do
You
have a.
go,
Hunt
just
is the living manifestation of
wins.
destiny. Baldwin kills it.
Shit.
I do have a few side notes.
Okay.
We did get a self-destructing message.
Yep.
As
We
always.
did get a mask reveal. We did not get a hovering spy.
No.
We did not get a hovering spy.
Ow.
Alec Baldwin is an asshole. And that's all I have.
Anyone have any best shots?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I knew.
I got Cruz on the side of the plane.
That's what I had.
Of
too.
course. I got after Benji says they made a copy, Luther has a smirk on his face.
Oh, so
Oh my God.
there's a shot in the opera where they're on like the one
The
of the
opera
things,
is
and
beautiful.
they're like standing across from each other, and it's moving up. There's just like a single shot of them looking at each other like in fighting scenes.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
pretty sick.
There were a lot of great shots in the album.
And I got Luther hanging out, leaning against the payphone. That's what I gotta go with.
When you think of Ving Rhames, do you think Luther, Marcellus Wallace, or Arby's? Because he is the we have the meats voice.
Luther for me.
It probably is Luther now, but for a while it was Pulp Fiction.
There's a difference. Like if I heard his voice,
What's that?
there's like a difference. Like if I heard, it's different. Like if I'm hearing his voice or looking at his face and hearing his voice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I can't picture him speaking about Arby's.
No.
I can just picture his
No.
voice.
His voice.
It's just his voice, yeah. Yeah, because like when I'm watching Mission Impossible, like I don't think like
I
that
like to
is
think
we
in
have
the
the
in
meats.
the recording booth, he's dressed just like.
Yeah.
$100 Gucci shoes.
Like you think they like just get him in for like 20 minutes, like, all right, just give us some of your best read-throughs on this.
Yeah.
Arby's. He's got a great voice.
I want the
Big
folder of that.
Like when there's like animated shit and it shows like the TED show and it shows like Mark Wahlberg in the booth, like you see Ving Rhames in the recording booth for Arby's.
What did you guys watch this on?
4K Ultra HD Blu-ray.
Nice.
I have the Blu-ray.
Which is on Apollo, illegal streaming.
You don't watch Paramount Plus?
No.
Paramount.
Paramount. I watched it on Prime.
Nice.
So I got a like half of a plus, and this movie it got a minus from me.
Ooh.
Ooh,
Anyone have any guesses at all? What that
Um,
minus could be?
Them saying Rogue Nation, but not Mission Impossible Rogue Nation.
No.
I know.
I didn't think of
said
that.
Ghost Protocol, and he didn't give that.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
No, I don't know.
It's Cruz's beard.
Mm.
I did
You
not
don't
like
the
it.
beard?
Not
No?
Cruz that beard with Cruz.
I
does
wasn't
not
digging the
fit.
beard too much.
The,
So
one,
I
the one shot it appears in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did not like it. Then the half plus, the auction. There was an auction. I
Okay.
thought that
Oh,
I like
yeah.
a good auction.
Yeah.
But
were they-
not-
what
you
were they
don't love- you don't
auctioning?
love
Art?
an auction.
I think it was.
Yeah.
It was art.
It could have if it was more in the movie, maybe. But they
Like
just
a- like a
glanced over.
Uncut
it.
Gems auction. Like,
Yeah.
That's a full plus.
Yeah.
That's like that
3
scene in
pluses.
Uncut Gems is like a 9-course meal.
It has to be like a full.
If it was a full scene, maybe.
Fantastic.
But I just I like giving it a nod. You know, there was an auction.
The shot of
People were
what's his
spending
face from
money.
behind.
He
He's
shot
like,
at KG's the back of his head.
yeah, leaning over to like
that movie
And then how it's fucked
yeah.
because Gooey spent $190,000.
Anything else?
I got a question. Probably, maybe specifically for Jack.
Oh no.
The car that does like 6 backflips. Would the car be like totally destroyed
I would,
after
yeah,
so many
yeah,
flips?
it's completely destroyed. It
Like-
wouldn't even do that many.
And they
backflips.
also would not be okay.
No,
Actually, you know what? It could do that many backflips, but you would
Ethan
need
was already a
extreme momentum
after being brought back to
to
life.
do that.
I feel like,
Like,
some
I
door.
mean, he got some air.
oh yeah,
Oh,
no, he was like,
he was-
I love
he was-
that shot too with the
the
BMW
ramp
just
just-
mid-air, like from the back, the
flying.
buildings in the background. He's just
So,
backwards.
And in your guys' notes for next week, I wanted you guys to think of like if you could have any gadget,
from
not even from Mission Impossible, just any gadget you
Any
could think
gadget?
of. What gadget
Does it have
Are you
to
guys-
have existed in any form of media already, or can I
No.
just make something up?
you can make it up?
okay.
It can exist. Can be from Mission
Okay.
Impossible. Just if you can have a gadget.
Ooh, I already got mine.
Save it.
Well,
Next.
I'll say
You have a week to
I'll say
think about
mine. I'll just say this one now, and I'll think of a different one. But cool one from Harry Potter, the invincibility cloak. Awesome.
Yeah,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
you could have a button that just shoots out lasagna.
No, I would. That's mine. You already have mine.
Just
Just next
a,
week.
a gadget.
All right, we'll talk it
Could
out.
be more practical use though.
You have mine for next week already. You revealed it.
We'll talk it out next week when we do Mission Impossible Fallout, which is the best movie in the franchise and one of the best action movies ever made. Bye bye.
Yeah.
See ya.
You're on the no-fly list, sir.
What are you talking about? I fly all the time.
Was there an incident recently where you were arrested at LaGuardia Airport?
Fuck. Yeah, but that was a misunderstanding.
I'm sorry, sir. There's nothing I can do.
Wait, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
Well, there is an appeals process if you'd
All
like
right,
to
go
give
fuck
them
yourself.
a call.